Ladies and gentlemen, Centerstrain01 is proud to present my top 10 games of 2015. Special thanks to Bansa Gaming for helping me make this video. Don't forget, all the links in the description will be for these games, so make sure you go check those out as well. And it's go time.
Fuck. Is it? We have a problem.
Coming in at number 10, The Order 1886 is a third-person action-adventure game developed by Ready at Dawn and SCE Santa Monica Studios and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released for the PlayStation 4 on February 20th, 2015, and I have to say is one of my favorites. That's why it's on this list. It's number 10 because obviously the game was a little bit short and there wasn't a lot of gameplay involved. Now, remember, this is my list. These are going to be games that I enjoyed throughout the year, so I wanted to make sure to let that out there to you guys know that this list is going to be completely different from everyone else's. So I had a blast with this game. This game actually made me feel about its characters. I thought the story was great. The gameplay that was in it felt clean and polished to me, and I actually do hope that they're going to be coming out with something in the future, a sequel to this or whatever. There were some stealth elements in the game. The cinemas look absolutely amazing. Again, the story is what really sold me on this game. You're actually probably going to find a few games on this list that are going to be more about story than so about gameplay, but I think that's what separates my channel from other channels. Is when I enjoy a game, you guys are going to know it. I don't care if it's short. I don't care if it's lacking in one department or another. It's all about the replayability for myself. Am I having fun playing the game? Is it a story that I want to get involved in? Is it characters that I want to continue to see more and more? So again, The Order comes in at number 10, and of course, it is time to move on to number 9. Coming in at number 9 is Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Action-adventure first-person shooter game developed by Machine Games and published by Bethesda Softworks, released on May 5th, 2015 for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Those of you that are fans of Wolfenstein The New Order will definitely want to pick this one up. This is a standalone DLC. I don't know if you want to call it a full extension game or DLC, whatever. It's a full game that you can play, and let me tell you, it is worth every single penny. This game harkens back all the way to the original Wolfenstein 3D. You actually get to play a few levels in there. The story is great. It kind of goes out there a little bit with zombies and such, but it was a game that I really enjoyed, and I think a lot of people on my channel enjoyed as well. Remember, all of these games are going to be in the links below in the description if you want to check out my walkthroughs for each single game. So what really surprised me about this game in general was the amount of stealth that we could do. You know, I've always loved playing any game that I can play in a stealthy way, and this game gave you exactly that. This is definitely a game that I recommend you pick up. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the world of Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Alright, looks like we are up to number 8 now. Let's keep it going.
This was once a safe place for us assassins. Sangyong's tigers saw to the end of that. Their forces surprised and overwhelmed us, all but wiping out the Brotherhood. Gao Feng's death will send a message to the Templars. The assassins have returned.
Coming in at number 8, Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, a 2.5D world inspired by traditional brush paintings, developed of course by Climax Studios and published by Ubisoft. Again, you guys know how excited I am about the Assassin's Creed franchise. The stealth, the feeling of the game, the music, everything about it is just absolutely amazing. And this was a nice breath of fresh air for the Assassin's Creed series. It was just something that we needed, something a little bit different. Of course, we are getting these games now once a year, so I can understand for a lot of people that these games can kind of just get mixed up together and you don't see a lot of change. But I am still such a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed series, and I know that they're doing wonderful things. I've got the chance to see them be developed, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for the future of the series, where it is going now, and Assassin's Creed will always remain in my heart as one of my favorite all-time series. Are you ready for the next game? Let's find out.
Do you know what an artist and a sniper have in common? Details. Like when a touch of color is out of place, when a shadow does not match with its surroundings, or when a shape is not where it is supposed to be. The only difference is the stakes. Mine are higher.
Coming in at number 7, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, a first-person shooter developed by Ubisoft Montreal, released on December 1st, 2015 on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. A lot of people are going to be asked, why is this game on here? There's not a lot of content. It's only multiplayer, but this is exactly the reason why it's on here. It is a game for this channel. We are a stealth tactical channel. We don't like to rush in there. You're not going to see any kind of, run and gun games on this list. You're going to see games that actually make you think about what you're doing or that have such an amazing story. And this is one of those games where you have to think about what you do. You want to play these type of games with friends, and this is the perfect channel for that. I get to play with all of you out there, which is why I'm going to be playing this game for months and months and months ahead. This is going to be something on the channel that you're going to constantly see months from now, because I'm going to get the chance to play with all of you out there. That has always been one of my dreams, to be able to play with all of you. I've made this channel specifically for that reason, to be able to be surrounded by people that are just like me, that love the same type of games, and this is one of those games. You have to play this tactically. You cannot go in and just run and gun. It's about the setup, it's about the attackers, the defenders, it's about everything you want in a game like this. This is definitely one of the best games of the year, even though maybe some other people would not say so. This is a game I'm going to be continuing to play for months and months, and that is what a game is supposed to be about. It's something that you feel you want to continue to do. It's not something where you just make a few videos and then that's it. I always let you guys know if I'm interested in a game, if I'm liking a game and things like that, and this is one of those games that I will keep coming back to time and time again. Coming in at number 6 is Until Dawn, an interactive drama survival horror adventure video game developed by Supermassive Games and published by Sony Computer Entertainment, of course, for the PlayStation 4. It was one of those games that just reminded you as a kid, like myself, back in the 80s watching those slasher horror flicks. This was a game where you actually cared about the characters. The story was very important. Just like Heavy Rain, just like The Order 1886, it was all about story. Not a lot of gameplay, but it was a story that you wanted to get through. You wanted to continue, and let me tell you, it was definitely one of the most funnest games that I have played in 2015. And I really, really hope that we get more games like these, because just to show off of how beautiful games can look, how you can get an actual decent cast to really help develop the story and make everyone just enjoy and hate the characters if you want them to die or not. Definitely one of the best games of 2015 in my opinion. Let's keep it going.
Oh, I pleaded. I begged.
Mother, it's me. Do you recognize me? What's happened to her?
I said I'd do it all. Give it here. I'll scrub it again. Scrub it clean.
Mother!
Something's coming. Get ready.
Coming in at number 5 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's an action role-playing game set in an open-world environment developed by CD Projekt Red. Announced in February 2013, it was released, of course, worldwide for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on 19 May 2015. This is such an amazing game, and I had such a blast playing it. Unfortunately, I haven't even been able to finish it because this game is so massive and huge in scale. It is definitely one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I do plan on going back and actually playing more of it. I've played, I don't know, I want to say like about 20 to 30 hours, and I'm nowhere even near finishing the game. Such an amazing story, amazing gameplay. It was one of the first games that I got to experience my new PC setup and actually really see how great and amazing PC games can be. This is exactly how you are supposed to develop RPGs. There's also DLC released for this that is as amazing as well. So I definitely recommend, if you have the chance, go and play The Witcher 3. There is a reason why a lot of outlets have already called this Game of the Year. And of course, since this is my list, it's a little bit further back. But of course, that doesn't take away from anything that this game has accomplished. It is an amazing game. And of course, you guys loved it, I loved it, and I think with everyone saying that it's an amazing game, we pretty much know that it is an amazing game. And if it's an amazing game, it's an amazing game. I could go on and on about it being an amazing game, but it's an amazing game, so, you know, yeah. Did I mention it was amazing? Oh, I forgot to mention, it's pretty amazing.
What do you think?
We're close to something, Jonah. I can feel it. Just this last stretch to the top.
All right. Let's see what's up there. Feels pretty solid here, but keep close to the wall.
Okay. Looks like we climb from here.
Keep your eyes open for falling ice.
Right. You ready?
Let's do it! I got you!
Coming in at number 4, Rise of the Tomb Raider, an action-adventure video game developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Microsoft Studios and Square Enix. It is the sequel to the 2013 video game Tomb Raider, which was itself the second reboot in the series. Now, this is a game that is going to get undershadowed by, of course, the game that shall not be named, which I'll go ahead and name, Fallout 4, which is definitely not one of my favorite games of the year if you haven't already seen it on this list. Sorry. Great, you know, game in itself, but just not the kind of game for my liking. But Tomb Raider definitely was. It had the same elements that it had for the reboot, which was stealth, an amazing story. Boy, have they ramped up the story. This game is going to give Uncharted a run for its money. Of course, Tomb Raider was the first to come out way back in 1996, so I've been playing this series now for 20 years, and it just gets better and better. I've had so much fun playing this. This is a game that I recently completed, so it's still fresh in my mind, and it's just something that I know all of you out there enjoyed watching. I so enjoyed being able to go through this as stealthy as possible, as well as getting into some fights and things like that. The story just had me engrossed all the time. It made me feel for the characters in the game just like the reboot did. It is definitely one of my favorite games of 2015. It's going to be released for PC and PlayStation 4 next year in 2016. So even though you didn't get a chance to play it this year for those other users, you are going to get the chance to play it next year. And I would definitely recommend you probably picking it up for PC, as this is an amazing looking game, and I'm sure all of you out there are going to enjoy this more and more when it finally gets a worldwide release on multiple consoles and PC. And of course, I had such a blast. What an amazing game. And we are getting close to the #1 spot here on the countdown, so let's keep it going strong. Thank you, and let's move on. Coming in at the #3 spot, Batman Arkham Knight, a 2015 action-adventure video game developed by Rocksteady Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Released on June 23rd, 2015. Of course, I just got back from E3 when I got the chance to play this game. I played the PC version. I didn't have as much problems as everyone else did. However, there were still a lot of bugs that needed to be sorted out, and I hear that now if you play the game, a lot of those issues have been fixed. So the reason that this could be either #3 or #2 on my list, of course, is because both this game and the #2 are one of my favorite games of the year. This was such an amazing experience for me to have, being such a huge DC and Batman fan that I am. This is the quintessential Batman game. If you play any Batman game, I definitely recommend that you play this one.
Look at what Starrick has done to the city. Whitechapel is riddled with crime. Child labor, despite regulations. A gang known as the Blighters overruns the streets, and Templars manipulating behind the scenes. As in all the other boroughs, we need to return this city to the people who built it in the first place.
We will free London from Starrick. You have my word.
And my looks. Miss Fry, your passion is inspiring. Come, let us return to my shop, and I can bring you up to date on the rest.
Coming in at the #2 spot, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, an historical action-adventure open-world stealth video game developed by Ubisoft Quebec and published by Ubisoft. Of course, this was released October 23rd, 2015 for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. This was definitely one of my favorite games this year. In my eyes, Assassin's Creed has redeemed themselves. We get a game every year. I understand what you guys are saying when it can become just oversaturated and all that, but this was a game that I felt had a lot to do with the older Assassin's Creed games. I easily fell in love with one of what I believe to be the greatest characters in a video game, Evie Fry. Her brother Jacob, they're twins. They have this just beautiful thing about them that they play off each other so nice, and of course the game gives you exactly what you want. Do you want to be stealthy? Then you choose Evie. Do you want to be a brawler? Then you choose Jacob. The choice is up to you. London was a perfect setting for a game like this. I'm currently playing the DLC for Jack the Ripper, and it is amazing as well. This is just a series that I'm so glad finally was able to kind of come back into a way that I knew it was always. You know, I'd always said that my favorite Assassin's Creed game has been Assassin's Creed Revelations, but let me tell you, this one gave it a run for my first place, and I'm so excited to play more Assassin's Creed in the future and to see where the series is going to go. I can't wait to talk to the developers again and find out for myself. So ladies and gents, it is time for our honorable mention. Of course, this is coming in at number 11, which is Resident Evil Remastered. This was a game that I played back in early January, and it was amazing. Of course, this game came out way back when, in, I want to say, the early 2000s for the GameCube. This is the remastered HD version. And the reason that I put this on the list, even though it is an older game, is this brought back so many memories on how awesome games can be, on how stealth horror can be in general, and I've heard some great things coming out of Capcom in the near future, so I cannot wait to play Resident Evil 0, as well as see what new Resident Evil game that Capcom can come out with, of course, in the next year or so. There are a lot of games that are not on this list that you might think there would be. Just Cause 3 was actually really fun to play. Fallout 4 was an okay game. I enjoyed it. I just felt that it was kind of the same as it was before, so that's why it just wasn't something that I could get into. Star Wars Battlefront was an amazing game, but of course it is nowhere near as awesome as Battlefront 1 and 2 were back in the day. So that is, of course, you know, a little explanation why some of those games were not included on here. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is time to find out what the number one game of 2015.
Didi, stay. Didi. Fully trained and ready for action. The rest is up to you. Didi, go! Going with you.
I'm pretty sure that everybody knew the number one game for Centerstrain01 was going to be Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, which is an open-world action-adventure stealth game developed by Kojima Productions, directed, designed, co-produced, and co-written by the man himself, Hideo Kojima. Released on September 1st, 2015, this is my all-time favorite game. And I can actually say that with pride because it is truly amazing. From the score, from the cinemas that we do get, from the gameplay, the open world, it's everything I've ever wanted a game to be. I mean, the music itself, listening to it again while recording this commentary, is just takes me back. I mean, the characters that I've grown up to love since the 1990s, you know, I've played the original Metal Gear, you know, way back in the first time it was made, and these are characters that I've grown up to. These are characters that I've loved all through my life in different stages of myself and this journey that I've been on, and this is one of the reasons that I am who I am. Metal Gear Solid series is what it is to be a gamer, in my opinion. It's the story, it's the gameplay, it's just the lore, it's everything I've ever wanted. To me, Metal Gear Solid is what to a lot of people Star Wars is. Now, I love Star Wars as well. It's just kind of like the same thing in my opinion for me. You know, the Metal Gear series is just something that I've always been able to come back to time and time again whenever things in my own life have been rough or have been just, you know, misleading or not the way that I always thought that they would intend to be. I'm a stealth gamer at heart. It's what I love, and I love how slow-paced and at the same time action-packed these games are. You just fall in love with the characters, the story. Hideo Kojima knows what he is doing, and although most likely we will never get another amazing Metal Gear game because he has left and formed his own studio now, which thank God he is going to be able to just, you know, do whatever he wants and he's got no limitations. That's what I'm really excited about. But it is also sad to know that Metal Gear Solid, for the most part, is probably going to be gone. So thank you guys for watching my top 10 games of 2015. This has been an amazing thing for myself to make. Again, I want to thank Bansa Gaming for helping me make this video. He actually helped me produce the little intro cuts and things like that for all the letters and stuff, or the numbers for each individual game and whatnot. But it has taken me quite a bit of time to edit this video together to give you guys this stuff, and it was just a labor of love. And of course, thank you guys so much. 2016 is going to be a great year for the channel and a great year for gaming, and I can't wait to finally see what is in store. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Remember, all of this is my own creation, which means every list, the order and all that stuff is how I felt the games were placed in the order of what I enjoyed, not necessarily what critics or other people like that have enjoyed. So again, thank you so much for watching, and of course, I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of the video. Peace out, bitches!
To revenge, renounce what made you. Would you speak that to me with your friends?